Hey everybody, how's it going? Alright, so now we're going to do behind the scenes Patreon. I told you I was going to be doing this, which is the shrimp tank video. I often talk about this in Let's Plays or previous posts about how I have a gallon nano tank aquarium right on my desk. And I was often talking about how it's usually it gives me a lot of problems because there's so much upkeep involved. And things of that nature. And well, the one thing I was telling you is that I was changing it into a shrimp tank with, you know, highly specialized premium shrimp, I guess you call it, because if you don't know about like aquariums, there's like there's like ghost shrimp that are like very cheap. You could get them like a dozen for $1 or something. They're mostly meant for food, and then there are more premium shrimp that are colored. And they are meant to be kept in like nice planted aquariums, and they're usually like $4 to upwards of $7 or $8 a shrimp for one little ass shrimp. Anyway, I'll finish talking and I'll actually show it to you. So here is the desk, obviously. There's the tank. That's my bed. Obviously, I mean, you all know this is where the magic happens. I'm watching Friends because I've watched that show probably an absurdly unhealthy amount of times. But yeah, so obviously here's the workstation. Here's Patreon. There's all you guys. Hi, thank you all so much for being a part of this lovely little thing that we call... Well, I don't really have a name for it, but let's just call you like little bastards right now, because I just don't really have any sort of creative talent right now to sort of come up with a really cool, great idea. But what I do have is some fucking shrimp, man. Look at this. Oh yeah, look at that little guy. See, that's a red shrimp right there. That is a Bloody Mary shrimp, is what they call it. There's a no, he's not considered a bumblebee shrimp. This is a crystal red shrimp, but what's funny is he actually has a bit of a mutation, so this one's like white and black. Here, let me try and really fix it up here for you. So like here's like a good comparison, right? Like here's my hand, you know what I'm saying? Like this is a very small aquarium. Then you got the light here. I've got a small little filter right in the back. You can see that. I need to get a new camera that has like those like auto-focusing features and shit, because all this DSLR manual focusing is kind of a pain in the ass. But you can see what I got going on here. Another refraction of the tank's not really helping. Got some nice driftwood, right? Nice black sand. There's a little shrimp. This is going to be really hard to focus him. I don't even know if I'll be able to do that. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, there's no way to focus this guy. He's so small. Not with this lens. Oh, come on. Come on. No, this isn't gonna work. Maybe if I zoom out a little bit. There we go. That kind of works. There you go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can kind of see him now. Look at him go. Yeah, little guy. My girlfriend often makes fun of these little guys because she always talks about how their little like feelers are like always moving. They're always digging through the sand looking for shit. Look at him. Look at how fast he's moving. He's like karate chopping the ground. Like, ooh, what's in these sediments? Let me figure it out. Let me eat something. Let me pick something up and put it back down. Whoa! Oh! Yeah, they do that sometimes because their bodies are so light. They just kind of like to float around and stuff. So there's 3 in here, and obviously the other 2 want to be dicks. Let me see if I can swing around here. Here's a nice little top-down view. There we go. There's another shrimpy. Alright, there you can kind of see the other 2. The red one we saw not too long ago. And right there, actually hiding in the dark, is the other one. Maybe I can move the light a little bit. There you go. Kind of. There you go. I moved this. The tank strip light up there. So, yeah, so the count was 1 Bloody Mary right there, and then I have 2 Crystal Red. And like I said, that other one that we were watching over there is sort of has like a bit of a mutation, and his stripes are black. This one is a regular one, white and red. Oh shit, I just bumped the aquarium with my leg, and he freaked out. Ah, the root on that is showing. Son of a bitch. Gonna have to get in there now and replant that a little bit. Focus. Yeah. It's cool, right? This was a really fun project to do, I'm not gonna lie. I just love aquariums so much, and I've got 3 other tanks outside in the living room. But, in terms of always having my desk and workstation, I've almost always had an aquarium right next to my computer, just something for me to look at whenever I felt the need to. But this one so far, this is the smallest one I've ever had. Normally I've had 5-gallon or 10-gallon tanks, which are much bigger and take up a lot more desk space, so that's why I've opted to not do those and instead go with the nano tanks. But with aquarium keeping, the smaller the tank is, the more maintenance, because that means more things can go wrong with the water in a much shorter amount of time. So this is only a little bit. I think this is 1.5 gallons of water. So if anything goes wrong in this tank, it's a big problem after like only a few hours. So the one problem I've been really having with this tank is hair algae. This tank was just cleaned very thoroughly last night so that this video would look very good. That's why the tank looks crystal clear. But normally this tank gets extremely dirty, and I have to do some pretty extensive cleaning that takes at least an hour, maybe a little bit more. And what's tough about the hair algae, normally, algae is no problem, you just scrape it off. Hair algae is long and thick, and it just has a lot of sort of thickness to it, you know what I mean? And when it gets in the plants, that's the worst, because you can't just scrape it off. You got to literally go in there and manually pull it off with your hands and stuff. And my God, it's the worst. And I guess the problem was that my CO2 was quite low, so now I bought a CO2 booster, which is basically just liquid in a bottle that you dose the tank every so often. And possibly the water qualities, the water that comes out of my faucet needs to be treated a lot more because it has high alkalinity and shit like that. So it's just kind of bad water quality that I'm dealing with, and there's nothing I can do because that's just the water that I get out of the faucet. So I got to start treating it every single time. I got to refill this thing, and it's just a tank that I got to watch a lot. But if you are the kind of person that likes keeping aquariums, you get a sense of satisfaction out of making a tank like this successful. So, but really enjoying it a lot. Anyway, that is the shrimp tank video. I'm glad I can finally do another behind-the-scenes thing for you, and hopefully I'll have more soon. As I mentioned, it's winter, so I'm stuck inside all the time. No fun vlogs like going to Pittsburgh or food reviews, or what else did I do? Oh, that animal park in the Adirondacks. That place was really cool. All that stuff will probably come once it's summer again, and the weather's nice and I can go outside and stuff. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this behind the scenes. Thank you for being a patron. I love you, and I'll see you all in the next post and video, whatever that may be.